Hi, I'm Chad Turner, angler with Team Shelter Insurance. I've been fishing since I was a kid, growing up, fishing ponds and stuff of that nature. And then as I got older, my Uncle Denny, he just has a real hard work mentality, and he takes it to everything he does. In Arkansas, our limit's 30, and if he catches 29 fish from 6 o'clock in the morning to 10, he's gonna stay till 7 o'clock if that's what it takes to catch one more crappie. So he's probably the most influential person in my life as far as when it comes to crappie fishing. Today I'm just gonna go out and try to have a great time. I'm gonna turn my music on my boat. I don't really have any expectations today. I'm just gonna put the trolling motor down and hope I come across 7 2-pounders today. I have competition built in me. Normally when I try to put my mind to something, I try to do it the best I can to, I wanna win a tournament. I got a 2nd and a 5th last year, so I was close a couple times, but hopefully this year I can pull a win out. I'm just working these stump row edges, trying to get fish coming up here and staging to go into spawn. It ain't worked too good today. Yesterday they were in here pretty good, and it may be a afternoon deal, so. But like I said, I didn't have much practice a day on a lake I've never been to, basically. And sometimes you just have to have fun and go fishing. And you think these fish are bigger on these trees, and they just ain't. That fish, I drove past it. I couldn't see it because it was on the backside of a stump, and when I got back there, I thought it was a better fish than it was. There's been a huge change in the past 5 years when it comes to crappie fishing tournaments. I did a crappie tournament at my home lake pre-live scope, to where I would have 50 to 70 teams every year come fish it. But no one had live scope and everything. And so, the older gentlemen would fish along with the younger ones. They didn't feel like these guys are so much better than me. I mean, it's really just going out and single pole jigging around trees and stuff of that nature, and those guys could compete. And so it's gone from when me having those tournaments back 7 or 8 years ago to where there might have been 1 or 2 local tournaments for the entire year, to where now within 2 to 3 hours from my house, I can fish a tournament every weekend for the next 4 months if I want to. That side of it's pretty cool, because it's pretty neat that the people call and and think I'm an expert. I don't consider myself an expert because I haven't won a tournament yet. I mean, last year my goal was just to feel like I belong. Like on the social media side, I can notice that, I'll be in a pharmacy and some dude will be like, "Hey, you Chad Turner?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because I follow you, everything you do." And I'm like, cool. And the bad thing when you come fish a lake like this and you get 1 day of pre-fishing, if you don't happen to land on them, it's basically just go fish new water. But I've been here since, I've been here 51 minutes now, and I've caught 3 fish, but nothing that is a tournament quality fish. So I can't stay here too much longer. But on the other side, I don't have anywhere really to go. So do you stay here and hope that they come up because you caught some here in practice, or do you just band it all together and go start looking for other stuff? I know y'all think that's crazy, but it don't do no good. And I know with the competition and with the live scope, the longer live scope has been out there, it's gonna get more and more difficult to win a tournament, because now where everybody's getting more on an even playing field with it because of the fact that it's been out for so long. The Josh Jones and Robert Carlyle's and all those guys that got it first and just smoked everybody the first 2 years, well, a lot of people's caught up to them and stuff. Lake Fork here is nothing but timber. So throughout the day, you're gonna get hung up quite a bit and break off. So I have 3 long poles rigged, and so like right then I just broke off and I just turned around and grabbed another pole and was right back at fishing. Now, later in the day, and once I break off 5 or 6 of these things, and then in return, I'm gonna have to stop and take some time to do it. So that's the bad side about not having a partner. That person could be retying us right now to have more poles. And I thought that was a good fish. Now that fish isn't healthy at all. Something got a hold of it. I'm almost scared to touch it. But look at that. And so, like, and I don't want to get in the trees and bang the trees, so I'm trying to go down the edge and look into the trees and see if I see a fish. It's like a fence row, but it's not. I mean, because it's out here in the middle of the water, but it's just a line of trees. I don't want to get in the trees unless I see something that I'm gonna have to, that I can't reach with this 16-foot Jinko, because I want to be able to not get in there and hit trees and scare the fish off to where they run on me. So I'm trying to use a long pole, stay out of the trees, and just reach over in them whenever I see a fish to drop a bait on.
He is one of the best out there as well. He had a great season last season. He's got a good season going on right now. He has 7 fish to show us. Welcome, my buddy, Chad Turner. Not bad. 14.29. 14.29. Chad Turner. Not bad.
I had one tournament fish at 11 o'clock, and I started to leave where I was fishing at, and as I was trolling motor out fishing, I caught 3 2-pounders in 10 minutes. And I caught a 3-pounder. I mean, it was probably over 3. I had to reach with my net with a 16-foot pole, and as soon as I tried to pick its head up to go up under him, she jumped out of the water like a bass. I mean, completely out of the water. Did that big old thing and threw the bait out, and she hit my net on the way down and fell. So that me losing that one fish yesterday really hurt me. You know, 99% of the time that fish would have been in the boat. And so, you know, having someone in the boat in that situation to get that fish in the net would have been very important for me yesterday. Well, it's just, I want a partner, but I don't want someone that wants to be up here fishing all the time. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess I've been doing this for a couple years now, and I feel like if I can find the fish, I can catch them. I guess if I found somebody that was willing to fish and it not be a competition, like they gotta catch a fish, you know, type deal. It's just whoever, I don't care who catches the fish, as long as the fish is put in the boat, I don't care. But I don't want to feel like it's a competition. And, you know, because like yesterday, I ended up breaking all 3 lines. I mean, I actually had to stop, reline it all the way through the eyes. I mean, I was back there for 5 minutes, you know, because I broke all 3 long poles. I know it cost me fishing. I mean, you talk to Lamar and Richard, they say they don't even stop and take a drink. I mean, they don't ever leave their eyes from that screen during a tournament. It's all business. And I can't help it when I have to go back there and do something. So in this industry, some anglers don't treat you for how you are as a person. I'm a Christian. You get out here on these tournament trails and there's a lot of guys that I think I need to lead in Christ. There's more important things in this world than us coming to fishing a crappie tournament. I put my pants on the same as any of y'all. And because of some of my sponsors, I've had anglers treat me different because who I was picked up by. You treat an individual and how he or she treats you. And so I will treat anybody with the utmost respect, to be as nice, as kind as I can be to anybody, because people are going to have good days and people are going to have bad days. I mean, you have to have humility in life and try to be a good person, because one day we're all going to end up in that dirt out there, and Lord willing, I go to heaven. And everybody should realize that none of this, you're not taking any of this crap with you. And just be a good person. Sorry. I'm not the best on knowing exactly what crappie you're going to be doing. And so like you just have to make adjustments. I mean, like yesterday, I mean, sometimes you get lucky and just fall into where they are type deal. And then sometimes there's a reason why they're there. And you know, that's why a lot of these guides and stuff are so good in these tournaments, because of the fact that, oh, be a crappie, be a crappie. It ain't a crappie. It's a gaspergoo. Yep. Man. I caught 3 of them yesterday. And I don't know why. Maybe the sun come up and they can see better now. This morning when I first got here, it was cloudy a little bit, because I guess it rained a little bit last night. So I guess it's getting to where they can see better and they're being a little bit more picky. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it was completely cloudy. And here we are 2 hours later and everything's changed. When it was cloudy, I had a great run, and soon as those, I guess now that I'm putting 2 and 2 together, I ain't seen a crappie or caught a decent crappie in 45 minutes, and I guess it may have something to do with it getting sunny all of a sudden. I mean, as anglers, we don't know for sure why the fish act the way they act, but you have to put things together, because if you're sitting there catching fish and it's one way and then it changes and then you don't catch nothing, so I mean, apparently it had to have something to do with it. I would think the fish could see better now, and I would say 95% of everything I've done in life, I've been good at it. I mean, I was all-state in baseball. I mean, I played all 3 years in football. I owned a sporting clays facility. I've been a successful insurance agent. And then I come try this crappie stuff. And 3 years ago, I was a nobody that went and ate supper by himself every night when I went off to a tournament. To where now I got people calling, ask me to come eat with them, or I call them to come eat with me. And that part is super cool. I got friends now that I never would have had before.
Day number 1 had 1429. Welcome, Mr. Chad Turner. Got a good old weight right there. 13.54, 13.54, 2-day weight, 27.83. Not bad, my man.
The best of the best are here. You got to have a passion for it. You got to want this. You got to want to be successful in it. I'm not going to do anything in life unless I do it 100%. But in my second year, to get a second and a fifth, I mean, I think that's impressive. And I had a couple of top 10s the year before and stuff of that nature. So I'm pretty proud of myself to get to where I've gotten in this short amount of time.